This radio is powered by Streamlion, the superior internet radio hosting service that provides our SOCAN license coverage. Visit streamlion.com for more.
Hey there, changemakers. Imagine a world where every small act creates a ripple of impact. At wearestarfish.org, we're turning dreams of a better tomorrow into reality. Join our global community of starfish where every person like you is a catalyst for positive change. Whether it's empowering education, environmental stewardship, or supporting local communities, we believe in the power of every individual to make a difference. Visit wearestarfish.org today and discover how you can be a part of the wave of change. Wearestarfish.org, because each one matters.
Like confetti in a windstorm.
Welcome to Story to Screen here on KPEO World Community Radio, where we're rocking the film world each week on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can go online, download the app, and listen in weekly with new guests and music, or catch the replay on wearestarfish.org. This is Story to Screen, and I'm your host, Eric Krefeld. Let's dive in.
On the boulevard, right back, it's my parade.
Hey guys, Eric here, Story to Screen. I have got an awesome filmmaker with us here tonight. Want to talk to you guys about. His name is Luis Felipe. Am I saying it right?
Yeah, Felipe is fine. Felipe is
Perfect.
fine.
All right. So he's got a great series and thing that he's developed, and I'm just gonna, if you want to jump right in and let everybody know what it is that you have created and tell us a little bit about you and it.
Okay, well, thank you for having me on your show. First of all, this is very, very honored to be here. A little bit about myself. My name is Luis Felipe. Felipe is fine. I am an animated series creator. I'm a filmmaker. Specifically, my genre is usually animated series, but I'm also a musician. I've recorded and singer-songwriter. So I've got 2 albums. I've got multiple released tracks. And I've also created and wrote the theme song to 2 of my 4 animated series. So the actual theme song to the shows are created. These are animated series, so they're created and copywritten and organized and everything as TV shows. I'm a showrunner. And yeah, I've been moving along with the series for exactly 10 years.
Wow.
So I launched the series, and it was my senior year of college, and everybody's talking about what are you going to do for college, or what are you going to do after college? And I was like, right as soon as my senior year started, I was like, you know what, I'm going to lay the groundwork, if you will. So by the time I actually walked down the aisle of graduation, I was already a few months into being the creator of Mascara Fighters. So that's my flagship. That would be my Coca-Cola, if you will, or the main brand. And about 5 years after that, I launched my second animated series, and that one's called Diamond Series. And my third, 2 years later, is called Kelly Collider. And I'm currently working on, obviously, all 3 TV shows are in different development stages and different productions and stuff like that. But I'm also waiting on some paperwork and stuff for the next animated series, which is going to be my 4th animated series. So I'm going to be a 4-time animated series creator next year. Yeah, and that one's called Echo Reality Champs. I can actually say the name because I registered the website and things like that. But I don't want to. All I can say is the name right now. With the other shows, I've had the copyrights and all this other stuff and projects like that. And one of the things that I try to pride myself on is that all 4 animated series are completely different genres. They are my style and my aesthetic, if you will. So the way I draw, the way I animate, or still animate, because there's a million ways to do animation. I pride myself in having my own style after 10 years of being a professional and doing Comic-Cons and doing TV interviews and radio interviews and web interviews. I try to pride myself as professional as possible when it comes to my TV shows. One of the things that I try to do that sort of splits me off from most animated series creators is that I've created everything twice. So like I'll create an animated short, right? Animated short 10, fine. I do it in English, but then I do it in Spanish. I don't do Spanglish, not because I don't speak Spanglish or anything like that, but I understand the need for it as a Hispanic. I'm Latino myself, so some people speak English, some people speak Spanish. You could just, pick the playlist you like, basically. So, like 90% of the stuff I do is in dual languages, and yeah, one of the things from one of the vlog, which is sort of the adventures, the journey of Mascara Fighters. I'll speak on it, on the topic of the day or whatever, and then once I finish, then I'll do it in Spanish in the same video. So I won't try to jump in words that, it's just cleaner, I think, too, because, I know the Spanish part is coming in 2 minutes later, or the English part is at the beginning, just because of rhythm and repetition. So
that is impressive, man. Like that is very impressive. I knew you did the English, but I didn't know that you did the English and the Spanish. So
yeah, 90% of the stuff I do for all 4 series.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I was saying, I pride myself on different genres. So like Mascara Fighters is general audience. You can watch it, your kids can watch it, everybody can watch it. It's I guess rated G, if you will. That's general audience. Then you move into Diamond series, which is stronger tones. So that's made for more of the teen audience, the more anime-ish audience, if you will. A little older that can handle stronger themes, but not super crossing the line of vulgarity. Just for the fact that I don't need it to create. Like a lot of people need to come out here and do certain things to try to get over, if you will. But it's like, if you're going to work this hard, why would you, like put a stain on something you're working this hard on? And then my third animated series, which is Kelly Collider, that's science fiction. So that's a completely different genre. That's aliens and space and things like that and those type of things. And the fourth series that I'm, launching next year is going to be courtroom drama. It's going to have I'm going to courtroom drama, but I'm going to have obviously involving superheroes and supervillains, but the genre itself is written as drama. Like, oh, this is a court scene. Oh, these are the factors that kind of lead into going to court and things like that. Because I've always liked courtroom drama, and I figure why not create a courtroom drama with superheroes and supervillains.
Cool. I'm excited to see that, man. I think that's going to be really, really interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, I've already got a lot of the content timed for YouTube and other outlets. So, if you will, when the date comes that I actually launch it next year, it's going to have a very wide landing, if you will. It's not going to be like I've launched other shows, because in other shows you learn, obviously, because doing this for an entire decade, a solid 10. You're like, okay, I messed up here, I messed up there, so you try to fix it for the next one.
Yes, trial by fire.
yes, that's one of the first things you learn, because there isn't a handbook for this as far as animation or any sort of creative field. There's no, hey, look, do this and you'll be famous, or do this and you'll be successful. No, there's tips and guides, but
at the end, everybody pretty much has to find their own way through it. I mean,
yes.
It's great to have a community of people. It's great to have friends you can turn to, mentors you can turn to. But man, you're right. When it really gets down to it, you really have to just trek through it and figure out your mistakes and learn from them and move on from them and just continue to improve what you do.
Yeah, you're very right. That's one of the big things that I did, which is a big pivot from Mascara Fighters into my second series, which is Diamond series. When I launched Diamond series, I actually launched it with content in Spanish and in English. When I had launched Mascara Fighters, my senior year, I was launching most things in English because I figured that was the genre that I speak English, why not? But I started seeing how, hey, where's the Spanish version, or where's it? And I always planned on it, but it wasn't a day one thing. With Diamond series, from day one, the day I launched it in November, I had content ready in Spanish and in English. With Mascara Fighters, it grew, which is one of the growing pains of animation. And another thing that I was very proud of, which is action figures. I'm a graphic designer. I'm a 3D modeler. So I started making action figures. And man, I started making masks and action figures and posters, and then you start getting a rhythm for the game, and then you're like, you know what, this is not enough. You always have to try to better yourself with this stuff. So I started working Comic Cons and things like that. And it's one thing for you to think you have the greatest idea in the world, but it's another thing to actually, get up, pack your bag, set up a table in front of a convention. It's in front of strangers that are like, what's this? What's this? What's this? And you have to explain exactly what it is. And that's a little bit of the background on myself.
I love it, man. And so I now I have so many questions. So first of all, the mural behind you, the characters on the wall there, are those all characters you've designed?
Yes, it's actually split, as you can see there. Half of it are Mascara Fighters, and the other half is Diamond series. And as much as I love this mural, it's a little out of date because now I'm a 4-time series. I did this mural when I had 2 shows. Now I got 4.
Yeah, you got to add to it, man. You got to add to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, clear out a wall, an actual wall, because this was, a mural. Now it's bigger things and bigger projects. Stuff like that.
So on each of these series, now, do you do all the voices, or do you bring in other people to do some characters, or?
Each project is its own thing. So I try to pride myself on the brand itself. So let's say you're a voice actor. You come in and you do the voice for one of the characters in animated short 5. That's great. I record your tracks, or you send me the tracks. I put them into the animation. But that's it. Your involvement was in animated short number 5, and then I move on to animated short number 6, 7. Sometimes the voice actor doesn't speak English, so I have to do the Spanish, or vice versa, or they speak Spanish but they don't speak English, and you have to fill in the gaps, if you will, But it's a lot of fun. Sometimes a lot of the times, just for efficiency and speed, I'll tell the story as the narrator. This happened to Jimmy, that happened to Jimmy. Jimmy said this, Billy said that. Hector said this. You're still storytelling. It's just you're not dialogue, action scene, dialogue, as as a writer. So
yeah,
it breaks down that way.
Interesting. So now musically, you said that you actually have you've recorded music, you have albums, you do the music for your own shows.
Yeah.
That opens up like a whole new line of questions for me, tell me a little bit about the music. I mean, is it all electronic music? Do you play instruments? Do you sing?
Okay, so I'm a singer-songwriter. I am part of a group called Los Hermanos Dulanto. We've recorded our albums in Spanish mostly, but we've also started delving into other audiences because of analytics, if you will. Like you'll get a report from YouTube. Hey, people in France love your stuff. Oh, I guess I gotta do a France song. You gotta go where the fans are. So sometimes you lean that way, or we'll sing a song in Italian, or we'll write a song in Spanish, and then people like it so much. But the specific audience is the Italian audience. So you know what? We'll do an Italian version. Like perfect example, we did a big performance for the launch, the big presentation, the anniversary special. And me and my brothers went up there and we sang the song, Mascara Fighters theme song, in English, but we also did it in Italian. So, wow. And that was the debut of the Italian version of the song. And we also did Solo Cariñito, which is one of our, standard songs, if you will, because, jingles and theme songs are very different.
Oh yeah, that is awesome, man. So, all right, we're gonna actually take a break here in a second, and we're gonna flip out. We're gonna go watch. I think we're gonna watch something first, but keep in mind that what you're watching is going to be not only his work in the animation portion of it. But I mean, and we'll get into it a little more, but obviously there's script writing to that. There's pre-production, there's post-production, there's music. So we're gonna jump out. We're gonna take a look at something, and then we'll talk a little bit about it when we come back.
Mascara Fighters Expressions, Season 15, Episode 4, Alejandro Alvarez, 3D. Here's Alejandro Alvarez, 3D, column. Shocked. Happy. Mumbling. Sad. Bored. And here's all the expressions. For more, check out mascarafighters.com. Mascara Fighters Expressions, temporada 15, capítulo 6, Daddy Droid. Aquí está Daddy Droid calmado, sorprendido, contento, malhumorado, triste. Y aquí están todas las expresiones. Para más, cheque en mascarafighters.com. Mascara Fighters Expressions, temporada 15, capítulo 7, Stephen Doe. Aquí está Stephen Doe calmado, sorprendido, contento, malhumorado, triste, aburrido, y aquí están todas las expresiones. Para más, chequee en mascarafighters.com.
Hey guys, back again, Eric, Story to Screen. I've got Felipe here. We've been having some cool discussion about all the stuff that he's in the middle of, and just some really great stuff. And we just got to watch some of his work between the animation and the music, and there's just so much, Felipe, to what you're doing. So tell us a little bit about what we were just looking at.
Well, one of the things that we're looking at is the expressions subline. So the expressions is a line that I put into the brands. So you can see when characters are happy, when they're angry, when they're sad. Animation shots. It's very, very animation based. So it's not storytelling. It's more articulation and things like that. Like, what would the character look like happy? What does the character look like sad? What does the character look like growling and things like that? And I did this because when you're learning animation and things like that, one of the fundamentals is character expressions. The character has to be able to convey emotions. And I figured, you know what? Push it all the way and actually create a line inside the brand of that. So, and yes, there's a Spanish version and an English version. So there's happy, sonriendo, molesto. There's a pretty good amount of content out there too. I'm pretty lucky to be already into the future, if you will, with the expressions line. The expressions line has 15 seasons so far, and last week I outlined everything for the expressions line for Mascara Fighters specifically for the next 2 years. So for the next 2 years, and I've already started working on a lot of those projects and things like that. So I'll be finishing the expressions line season 15 through 20. So in the next 2 years, you're gonna see 5 more seasons of the expression lines for Mascara Fighters. For Dyman series, we're up to 8 seasons. So there's the seasons in English and the seasons in Spanish. As far as Kelly Collider is concerned, that one is in its 5th season because that's the youngest technically. And for the upcoming show, the Echo Reality Champs, that one, I've already got it planned out for the next 3.5 years. So I'm already, planning well into 2027 for Echo Reality Champs. So
where do you find the time to do all this?
Hey, you find it when you want it, right?
Touche. So the with just one episode of any one of the 4 you pick. How long does it take you from start to finish to create an episode? Because like we were telling the viewers, it's not like you just sit down in the chair and create. There's a pre-production process and a post-production process and an actual production process. So like, what kind of timeline wise, what does it take to actually just create one episode? Well,
the way I do my brands is I do them in animated shorts, and they're standalones. So that's a good thing and a bad thing. That's for certain fans because they want serialized shows of, I want a running storyline of this. But I did this just because, like I was saying in the last segment about growing pains, I showed some people some stuff about Mascara Fighters, and they're like, yes, but I need one. If I don't like one, well, you know what? Animated shorts is a very cool idea. So you could tell a single story in an animated short. It could be long format, it could be short format, it could be 40 seconds, it could be 4 minutes, it could be 6 minutes. So each timeline takes what it takes as far as that's concerned. Sometimes it's very quick, like art pieces. Like I'll do a specific art piece, right? I'll do one drawing, but I call it an art piece animated short because I show the entire process of actually making it. Not just of here's a drawing and call it a day. No, I actually show you from the white paper all the way into scanning the drawing, cleaning it up, creating the thumbnail for it, making it as clean as possible. And there you go. Sometimes I'll do another style, which is nonstop, which is literally just me pressing record and working with the mouse and things like that, and doing a drawing with nonstop. So you see the entirety of it.
Freehand, like
just freehand drawing it. You know, it's a nonstop. Wow. So I do nonstops sometimes too. Those are actually very fun too, because those are a single shot. It isn't like the expressions line, because when you do stuff for the expressions line, you have to draw it, you have to clean it up, it takes a lot of steps to it. It's not as easy
almost
as,
like the other is like almost like reality drawing. I love that.
The nonstop like thing is very run and gun. So we're doing it now, a single take, if you will, for the filmmakers out there.
For the single take. Yeah, no, I get it, and I think that's awesome. I'm hopefully, you'll send some of that too, so we can see some of that, because I would love to see that. I think that's really exciting.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with not just the reception for Mascara Fighters, but the longevity of Mascara Fighters and my other shows. Because
absolutely,
we all know people that start this stuff but don't continue for A or B reason. There's a lot of adversity in the game. You know this. If you're a filmmaker, I'm sure most of your audience knows this too. There could be something that'll scare you off or put you off, or you see something in the industry that you don't like, and you don't like it enough to be, you know what, that's enough.
Yep.
But that's the thing. Well, I'll be honest with you. When I'm out there, I'll take a flight to do a convention, and I'll do this and I'll do that, or when I'm up at 4 a.m. drawing or I'm scanning, or oh man, you should get some sleep. No, man. That feeling like this is what I was supposed to do with my life, when you feel that, there's really nothing that you can compare it to. You know,
we were designed to be creative. You know, we were designed to be creators, and so I think when we're tapped into that, like there's no end to what we can do, man. I mean, it is. I agree. It's a beautiful process, and I think it's interesting that it's not just what you consider the creative arts. It's everything. I mean, and I talk about it a lot in different episodes too, that the plumbers of the world, the electricians of the world, the mathematicians of the world, all of that is still creative. And when they get into it in that way, just like we get into it with film or music, or when they're in it, in that creative mode of what they're doing, they're still being creative. And it's they're tapped in at that point, and they're just sharing something really, really real with the rest of us.
Yeah, to actually find the zone. Once you're in that zone, everybody's zone is different, but man, when you're in it, oh brother.
You're in it. Yeah. Now you just finished a Flippers.
Yes, that was the anniversary special. That one was an actual full-length film that I did, in basically a documentary style, and I basically gave a history of Mascara Fighters, because that was Mascara Fighters anniversary. Mascara Fighters hitting 10 years. I've been doing this for a solid decades, and it was a lot of fun. It was at Flipper Cinema. We had a lot of internet support. We had a lot of support from Flippers themselves. Thank you to Flippers, because I've done other movie events and other movie premieres and launches and things like that at other cinemas, and not everybody is as open as Flippers was. Flippers is literally like, whatever you need, we've seen your stuff, we like it, get it. You know what I mean? And then they've been really nice in sharing a lot of the content, a lot of the photography from the red carpet, a lot of the event itself. They let me do 2 different screen tests before the actual event itself, which was very cool, because you can't just go in there cold. You have to test the film.
Oh yeah.
No matter how good or how bad or whatever you think of it, you have to see it on the big screen.
Well, and people don't realize there's formatting that goes with everything too. And like, you could have it look amazing on a big screen TV in your living room, and it's going to look totally different when you put it on an actual theater projector and see it in a big screen theater. And it's going to sound different because there's surround sound, and you might not have that in your living room. Or so there's all the formatting changes you have to make. And I love when local theaters participate in community, whatever you want to call it, just in community. I love when, there's something to say for all of the big box movie theaters out there that they have 1,000 screens and you can watch anything, anytime. And that's great. I'm not going to put them down. They're a important part of our industry. But the other ones too, the local ones that just aren't everywhere, that are in your community, that I don't know, just lock arms with filmmakers and let local people come in and show local films and support their local audience. I love it when that happens, because I'm all about the internet. I'm all about sharing online and pushing things out as far as they can go. But there's something still just really cool about calling your neighbors and saying, "Hey man, come see my thing. I created it.
Come see my film." Yeah, I did that. And it's also very much an aesthetic presence. Like, you see it. I could send you the most beautiful thing in the world, but you're watching it on your phone. It's like, oh, we're going to the theater. Oh, we're getting popcorn. Oh, we're seeing Mascara Fighters on the big screen.
There's still something about that, man. It's like when you go to a sporting event versus watching a game on TV. Nowadays, I can pause everything. Like, nothing exists in reality, because I can just pause it. I can go do something and I can come back to it. But not that. If you're in the theater experiencing something together as a group of people, and it's on and it's real and it's right now, there's no pause button. There's no end. Like, it's like really happening right there, right then. And the people around you are all experiencing it too in their own way. And I love the whole thing. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. I'll send you the post-show vlog. And when I did the post-show vlog, I didn't realize just how visually attentive it is, if you will, because I'm standing there, and in the background is one of my animated shorts, Energy Star Blue, the finisher attack for Mascara Blue. And I'm also with one of my action figures in my hand. Now, that could sound like something, but when you actually see it, when you're actually living it, when you're talking about 10 years of Mascara Fighters, and you have this gigantic screen and Mascara Fighters is all over the place, and you have the toy in your hand, and it's a real thing. Like, it truly defines you as you're doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause a lot of people say we're going to do it. We all know a million filmmakers that as soon as this Kickstarter comes in, I'm off to the race. Oh man, the Indigo or whatever project you're. Yeah. Well, I only speak for me, so.
You're right. It is. There is a distinct difference between working on getting something done and doing it. And for the people that have done it, like yourself, congratulations again, because I mean it is so much work. The average person will never understand how much work it is to actually see even one of those through, much less 4 of them in 2 different languages across multi-platforms. And now, so wait, hold on, because back up, rewind, because you mentioned characters. So you have like actual real, like physical characters too.
Yes, I have action figures, and we could get into that in the next break if you like. And I can show
that's what I was gonna
some
say.
models and stuff like that because I know you're
Yeah,
talking about
I
the
want to
next break.
see. I want to see some of those characters, man. So again, guys, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk to Felipe some more. We're gonna get a sneak peek, hopefully, at some of them characters and talk a little bit more about all his filmmaking. So we'll see you guys on the flip side.
Mascara Fighter.
March 11th at Flipper Cinema. Come take a journey across time for Mascara Fighter.
Mascara Fighter.
Mascara Fighters hits an anniversary year, hitting 10 years of Mascara Fighters. As far as conventions, expressions, toy lines, live events, celebrities, so many things have happened in 10 years. Come join us at Flipper Cinema. It's going to be a very special night.
This radio is powered by Streamlion, the superior internet radio hosting service that provides our SOCAN license coverage. Visit streamlion.com for more.
Hey there, changemakers. Imagine a world where every small act creates a ripple of impact. At wearestarfish.org, we're turning dreams of a better tomorrow into reality. Join our global community of starfish where every person like you is a catalyst for positive change. Whether it's empowering education, environmental stewardship, or supporting local communities, we believe in the power of every individual to make a difference. Visit wearestarfish.org today and discover how you can be a part of the wave of change. Wearestarfish.org, because each one matters.
Hello everyone, welcome to Mascara Fighters vlog. Today I am here at Flipper Cinema where I am actually announcing the big premiere for the anniversary special, Mascara Fighters 10. This is a very special event. It's gonna have a lot of cool things, gonna have a photo op. It's gonna be happening March 11th. Really hyped to see, just the whole project of hitting 10 years of Mascara Fighters. And it's gonna be happening, like I said, here, March 11th. You can check out social medias for the exact time and, other little updates and things like that. But it is happening March 11th, and it's gonna have some music, gonna have, like I said, photo ops, gonna have a little special playing, a little movie thing, sort of recapping, lightly what's been going on with Mascara Fighters, in this anniversary special. And here we go, Flipper Cinema, March 11th. Thanks. Bienvenidos, señoras y señores, a Mascara Fighters Vlog. Hoy estoy afuera de Flipper Cinema anunciando oficialmente de que esta es la locación del aniversario de Mascara Fighters. Mascara Fighters este año cumple 10 y marzo 11 va a ser la celebración aquí en Flipper Cinema. Va a haber oportunidad para tomarse fotos, va a haber música en vivo, va a haber muchas atracciones, va a haber un especial igual de una película dando un recape breve, por decir, pero un recape de este evento tan especial de 10 años, de poder llegar a hacer este tipo de cosas. Es una cosa de que no se puede ni explicar en palabras porque es tan especial, es un monumento poder llegar a 10 años y va a estar aquí pasando marzo 11. Y pueden ir a través de las redes sociales en @mascarafighters para chequear el tiempo y otros detalles pequeños así para seguir hablando sobre Mascara Fighters aquí en Flipper Cinema. Y usen el hashtag Mascara Fighters 10 y ahí nos vemos. Hasta la próxima. Bye. Mascara Fighters work table. Welcome back. Today I'm working on the big special for Mascara Fighters anniversary. Currently I'm adding in the section with all the posters from the past 11 years, and specifically what I'm working on is here, adding in the dates for the actual releases when they were done. And it's not the most exciting thing in the world, but it is pretty fun to keep digging through archives and things and start finding the dates. Like wave 1 was in April, wave 2 was in July. I have to finish this out obviously, but this is just a quick one to show what I'm currently working on. Thanks, and until next time, check out mascarafighters.com and @mascarafighters on social media. Hello and welcome to Mascara Fighters vlog. Today I want to officially reveal the poster for the anniversary special. And as you can see in the background, I'm still testing some stuff to make sure that it comes out as best as possible for the anniversary special, but here's the poster. So you can see right there. March 11th, 2024. It's going to be here at Flipper Cinema. The address is there. The social media right there. We're at Mascara Fighters across everything. And yeah, that's the poster right there. Cool to be doing this. Cool to be growing the brand. And to celebrate Mascara Fighters hitting 10 years. Hitting this special anniversary milestone. Until next time. Bye. Señoras y señores, bienvenidos a Mascara Fighters Blog. Hoy estoy revelando el póster para el evento del aniversario. Como pueden ver aquí está el póster oficial de que van a ver en muchos lugares y cosas así. Y pueden ver aquí dice 10 aniversario, la fecha es marzo 11, la dirección de Flipper Cinema y cosas así. Y gracias, hasta la próxima. Bye. Bueno, señores y señores, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the premiere of Mascara Fighters Anniversary. I'm Luis Felipe Dulanto, and these are my brothers, los hermanos Dulanto, and we're going to be performing a couple of songs for you. So let's get started. Bye.
In America del Sud, 5 fratelli, trovano le super maschere e diventano Mascara Fighters. Toccarsi i poteri volando in America per diventare più forti insieme alla Metal Family. Ma sono traditi i fratelli Alvarez. Mascara, Mascara, Mascara Fighters, salva il mondo con i tuoi poteri. Mascara, Mascara, Mascara Fighters, con la buena con la condizione fatal. Mascara, Mascara, Mascara Fighters, siempre unidos en el bien y el mal. Mascara Fighters. Y este número, solo cariñito, es... Y este número, solo cariñito, es un número muy especial porque tiene más de 40,000 vistas el video que hicimos en YouTube. Así es que acá, solo cariñito. Solo quiero cariñito, cariñito, cariñito. Solo quiero cariñito, cariñito, cariñito. Buenas tardes, bella dama, permítame presentarme. Soy un chico tradicional y no tengo muchas guías en el amor, pero siento que pertenezco junto a ti. Será tu cara, tus ojitos de café, lo que me están enamorando. Dame la mano, nena, ven conmigo al cielo, que eres la luz de mi camino. Solo quiero cariñito, que me llegue justo al tiempo, atracción desde un comienzo. Solo quiero cariñito, acércate a mí, que quiero hacerte feliz. Solo quiero cariñito, cariñito, cariñito. Solo quiero cariñito, cariñito, cariñito. Cupido, escucha el teléfono. Dímelo. Que necesito tu ayuda. Dale un flechazo a su corazón, please, para darle mi ternura. Será tu cara, tus ojitos de café, lo que me están enamorando. Dame la mano, nena, ven conmigo al cielo, que eres la luz de mi camino. Solo quiero cariñito, que me llegue justo al tiempo, atracción desde un comienzo. Solo quiero cariñito, acércate a mí, yo quiero hacerte feliz. Give me a chance and I'll treat you right, treat you right, treat you right. Say yes to a date and I'll change your life, change your life, change your life. Solo quiero cariñito, que me llegue justo al tiempo, atracción desde un comienzo. Solo quiero cariñito, acércate a mí, yo quiero hacerte feliz. Solo quiero cariñito, que me llegue justo
official language in English, and I hope you like it.
Let's get in.
In Latin America, 5 orphan brothers find the energy mascaras and become the Mascara Fighters. With stable powers, they travel to America to regulate their powers with the help of the metal family. But are soon betrayed. The Alvarez brothers become Mascara, Mascara, Mascara Fighters. Protect the world with your energy powers. Mascara, Mascara, Mascara Fighters. Fatal evolution is no match for you. Mascara, Mascara, Mascara Fighters. Siempre unidos en el bien y el mal. Mascara Fighters. Siéntate. Thank you. Thank you. Gracias. Bueno, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for coming out to this special event. It is 10 years in the making. I truly couldn't have done this without the support of everyone here, everyone who follows on social media, all of these other things that help make Mascara Fighters what it is today. And what it still is today, because so many brands die after a little bit, but I'm celebrating a decade, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for helping make Mascara Fighters a thing, for making Mascara Fighters events, making Mascara Fighters toys, for making Mascara Fighters masks, for movie premieres, voiceover actors, so many incredible things. The theme song. Mascara Fighters has been able to outlive all of these things, to tour, to go to Vegas, to go to New York, to go to Texas, to go to Orlando. Mascara Fighters has been able to actually tour as a living entity. And I couldn't be any happier that this day has actually arrived. 10 years, you know? So thank you very much. Señoras y señores, bienvenidos a la primicia aquí de aniversario. Hemos llegado a 10 años. 10 años no se llegan así de fácil. Gracias a ustedes de que han apoyado la etiqueta, el show y hacerlo crecer. Mascara Fighters ha podido hacer giras a través de New York, de Los Ángeles, Anaheim, Orlando, Texas. Mascara Fighters ha podido viajar y así que existe. La gente ha podido venir a los eventos, comprar boletos y hoy día hemos llegado a 10 años, una década entera, 10 años. Y así que muchas gracias por el apoyo, gracias por comprar los juguetes, gracias por recibir las máscaras, por conseguir los posters, por seguir en las redes sociales, por tantas cosas de que me han dado ustedes como la audiencia de Mascara Fighters y para 10 más. Gracias a Dios y gracias a ustedes. Buenas noches.
Hey guys, Eric here, back again. Still with Felipe. We've been listening to, hearing from the man himself, creator, musician, just, all around, just creative soul. I mean, from the animation to the music to the characters. So we've been talking about his characters and everything. Can you introduce us a little to the characters you have, Felipe?
Okay, so I've been making action figures. So I've been, moving them and across multiple places. And, well, for example, we'll start here. We'll start with one of the bad guys, the troop builder, if you will. This is a metal droid figure, so you can see there.
He's cool.
Yeah, he's hand painted. He's in hand, so this is pretty cool. Hey, look, I have a figure.
Yeah,
and yeah, I've been able to move some of them. It's very much something special because, man, you can talk about something all you want. Once you have an actual figure of your stuff in your hand, you're like, wait a minute, this is real. This is real. This isn't just an animated short. Now you have an actual figure in your hand.
And you say just an animated short like it's no big deal, which it is. And so, but I do get the difference between, something that's just in the virtual world that people can enjoy versus something physically created that you created and designed and own.
This is actually from the toy line 2 of Mascara Fighters. And moving on from him, show you a little evolution, I decided to start making some big ones. These I didn't actually release, but I did use them for sort of testing the waters of what a bigger figure would look like. Because these figures are 4.5 inches. They would scale pretty well with like GI Joes, Ninja Turtles, things like that.
Sure.
Some Power Rangers, but I decided to go bigger. So here's one of the bigger ones. As you can see, he's pretty sized up.
Right.
So he is literally 6 inches. He's the exact same figure, but he's a whole lot bigger. So I wanted to start seeing what a bigger figure would look like.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's the regular line. And just because, I guess, of my ambition, because as a creative, you always want to, top yourself. I started working on actually articulated toys, because that's the main line. That's the standard line for the figures and stuff. So I launched and am currently in production of Mascara Fighters Grande. Mascara Fighters Grande is the articulated figures. So that one I am having some sculptors and some other creatives join into that venture, because that's a much bigger venture. And I'm actually working on one of the waves currently, and that is phase 1, if you can see there. This is phase 1 of the articulated metal droid. So the head actually moves.
Very cool.
And I did this just at this size because I wanted to see what it would do. Those figures don't articulate. This articulates, and this takes you into a more of a collector line, if you will. But hey, man, the head moves. With the other one, the head didn't move. This guy moves.
Wow.
And then I was like, that was great for phase 1, but we're moving into phase 2. So phase 2 is right here.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
That's the full figure. He's got arm rotation. He's got hand rotation. He's got swivels at the waist. He's also got legs that articulate. So he is very much the troop builder, and that's gonna, beat up the Mascara Fighters, if you will.
Absolutely, man. Dude, my 6-year-old would be like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cool." I have to show him this episode.
This is a big, chunky figure. Like you see, it's like almost the size of my head. It's 8-inch plus, because the big line is 6 inch, but he has to tower over the Mascara Fighters because it's the threat, if you will, the big bad guys. And that's this one. But you know what? I'm not done yet. So I'm not done yet.
That doesn't surprise me.
From phase 2, this is literally the phase I am on right now.
Okay.
I moved into phase 2 painted. So here it is, the figure actually fully painted.
Wow.
So you can see there. I wanted to do this to see how the colors would pop, how it would move better. It's not the final, obviously, because I have to finish up and get into phase 3, which will be the final model, and then we work into resin, and we start really like off to the races, because then you have to send to factory and stuff like that.
Right, and then you're into production of
because there's no way you're gonna mass produce. You're gonna 3D print these. These are trust me. Printing this alone is, you print the head, you print the torso, you press the arm, you print the hand, you print the other hand, you press the crotch, you print one leg, the other leg. The final version is gonna have thrusters here too, and I'm gonna have this cut so the thrusters on the hand can articulate as well.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put a swivel here at the foot, so the foot can move like that when it kicks.
Love it.
Yeah, so it's gonna have a lot. Like, this is pretty good, but this is phase 2 painting. So that's currently where the toys are. That's a little history on the toys, if you will.
Do you have like a lot of photos and stuff of the different things you've created, like character wise?
Yeah. As far as
you got to send me some of those. We're gonna like just jump out for a second and pop through some of those photos so that people can see some of the stuff you've done. So we'll catch you guys on the flip side. Take a look at some of these characters, and just enjoy, man, because this guy's hand making this stuff. So we'll be right back so that Felipe can tell everybody how to get in touch with him, and then a little bit more to come. So we'll catch you guys in just a minute.
Grande metal droid, phase 2 figure, semi-painted. Here is the figure of the Grande prototype of the metal droid with some paint. Obviously it's not done, but it's to give an idea of where the character is going currently. The arms and the legs have their first coat, but need another one. The chest needs more, so does the insignia, the thrusters. It needs a lot of paint, just in general, but this is sort of what it's coming along to be. This is not the final version. Like I said, this is the phase 2 version of the figure, and thanks for watching. And for more, check out mascarafighters.com.
Hey guys, Eric back again. We were just looking at some of the pictures of some of the characters and guys that Felipe has created. And he's in the process of creating more. So, make sure you guys stay tuned, follow him, subscribe. He's got all kinds of amazing stuff, from the toys to the films, to the animations, to the music, to there's so much there. So Felipe, will you tell us how people can find you? How do they get in touch with you, see your stuff? How do they get engaged with what you're doing?
Well, the easiest way is to just check out the YouTube, the Facebook, the Instagram, all that. It's at Mascara Fighters. So at Mascara Fighters, that's the flagship. That's the easiest way to reach Mascara Fighters. The other shows are at Diamond Series, at Kelly Collider, and at Echo Reality Champs. Now these shows, there's a lot of stuff already channels-wise created, so you guys can subscribe to the Facebooks, to the Instagram. There's the Twitters, there's the YouTube. So if you just want to watch fastest playlist, just go to playlists on the channel, and you should be able to find it there. Also, very organized and very specific to certain links is the main page, mascarafighters.com.
Awesome.
All right. Yeah.
And so now you do Comic-Cons and conventions and stuff like that already with all of your creations, correct?
Yes, I've already done a pretty extensive tour as far as Mascara Fighters and all of the brands, really, because you do one, you do them all. I've been pretty lucky to have gone to WonderCon. I've gone to San Diego. I've gone to PowerCon, and that I wanted to highlight for a second is thank you to the late Mark Taylor. He's the creator of He-Man. The one time that I went to PowerCon, he treated me. I don't know. They put me next to him, and I was like, I'm the creator of Mascara Fighters, and he's the creator of He-Man. I was like, man, that's big league, very, very big league.
That's cool.
And the thing is, too, I wanted to give him a little shout out, even rest in peace, but still, thank you, because he treated me as a colleague, and I think him treating me as a colleague really helped me as far as getting to that next level. You know what I mean? When somebody that big that's done so many things, because Mark Taylor's worked on Ninja Turtles, he's worked on a lot of different characters and a lot of stuff, and he treated me like I am right up there with him. And he
you are, man, you are. Yeah. Look at all the stuff you've created. You are, and so
thank you to
kudos to him, but to you as well, man. You've got some incredible things you've created. And, part of the reason we do this show is for Starfish. It's for wearestarfish.org. The whole purpose behind it is that we believe that the creative arts, these things that we're talking about here, from animations to music to creating physical characters to whatever it is, kind of like what we were talking about earlier, when you tap into what you're supposed to be here doing, how it allows you as a person to sometimes heal through things that have happened in your past, through storytelling, through just that creative process.
Yeah, you're totally right. Like every song ever written is about this girl left me or I left this girl.
Exactly, man. It's all
in one way or another.
Yeah, it is. It's all a way that we have to express the things that hurt us, move us, make us happy. And it's, it's just part of who we are as people. And so we do it because there are kids out there, young people, and people just coming into adulthood, kids that are aging out of the foster care system. They've made it up to adulthood without ever having someone take them in and give them a family. And so they're walking into this world without a family, without a hand up, without a mentor, without a person in their life that they can turn to for anything. And so this show that we do, the whole purpose is getting to know people like you, getting to know singers and musicians and actors and poets and comedians and animation people, so that as we continue to build this virtual space that we're in, we can also create a real world space. And when we create the real world space, we want to be able to invite people like you to come out and talk to these young people and help them understand how they can use what you do to help them tell their stories and hopefully, find their way in this world. Just give them some mentors in this creative space. So one of these days, I'm going to call you, Felipe, and I'm going to be like, hey, so how do you feel about coming to our convention? Or how do you feel about, doing an online presentation to some of these foster kids? And so hopefully that'll be a way that you can support us and help us to continue to support you and all the other creators out there that want to live in this space.
I'll actually bring it back. Mascara Fighters, the 5 lead characters, they're orphans. Like the show starts when they literally when they're like days away from being kicked out of the orphanage. So they basically walk out and they obviously get their powers and their mascaras and all that stuff. And so literally it jumps off from them being aging out. They literally, all 5 of them are brothers. And so that's a connection for
absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah. If I could say anything to the next generation, if you will, or the next animator, the next singer, whatever, go into it. Forget about the money, because the joy you're gonna feel is, you can't put a price on it. You can't buy the feeling that you're gonna get actually creating something creative and actually seeing it. And not just that, and then the second part is actually opening your mouth and telling somebody about it. I wrote this great song, or I wrote this great cartoon, or I made this beautiful toy. You can think you're the greatest person in the world in your head all you want until you actually, you know what I mean? That's big league, bro. That's when you actually do it. But when you get past it, because the first time, like anything else, it's gonna be bumpy. But after that, you start getting a rhythm of it, and then you're like, yeah, you know what? This is my calling. This is my thing. Whether you're an animator, whether you're a musician, whether you want to stay, like you're saying about the foster system, there's a lot of people that want to, work within the system, that they want to help the next generation find homes or find programs, food related programs, school lunches. There's a lot of programs people work to help the community or what have you. So I say, if you're not hurting anybody, you're not hurting anybody. You know what I mean?
I like it. That's as simple as it gets, man. Felipe, thank you so much for everything that you've shared with us here today.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure to meet you, to hang out with you here for a little bit, and
likewise,
and just see all of the things that you have created and continue to create. We're definitely gonna follow and subscribe and watch your process too, and just see as you continue to grow and continue to create. We're excited to be able to share that with our viewers. And thank you, man. Thank you for
thank you for having me.
Doing what you do.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Tell them one more time what's easy way to find you one more time.
At Mascara Fighters on Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff.
Perfect. All right. Can you say it in Spanish?
Búsquenos en mascarafighters.com y @mascarafighters.
All right, guys, you've heard it here with Felipe. Animation, music, characters, the whole 9 yard, man's right here. Story to Screen every Tuesday night, Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. KPEO.org. That's where you can catch it live, and then you can catch the replays on wearestarfish.org. Story to Screen. You'll get all the past episodes plus the current one. So subscribe, tune in. Make sure you subscribe to Felipe and follow him as well. He's got just some really great stuff to offer. And thanks again, Felipe. Yes, you guys have a great night.
Streamlion.com for more.
Give it up, feel the flames. It's bound to eat you. Hand up a piece of prey. Give it up, yes, I'm ready. Give it up, feel the flames. It's bound to beat you at your own game.
Thanks for spending some time here at Story to Screen on KPEO World Community Radio. I'm your host, Eric Krefeld, and we're rocking the film world every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can download the app or listen live, or catch the replay at wearestarfish.org, because each one matters. Catch you next week on Story to Screen. Keep supporting film and music. It's the story we tell that matters.